Welcome, everyone, to another great YouTube live right here on Sell Those Flipping Cars. I'm Zachary, and today is all about you and getting your vehicle back on the road. So, this YouTube live was actually supposed to start at 11 a.m., but here I'm trying to up the game and everything and trying to get these YouTube lives even better for you guys. That way we can share screens and all that stuff. And we're having a little bit of technical difficulties with it. So I am working that out for you guys. So hopefully next week I will have that all straightened out. Again, hey, I'm a mechanic. I'm not a IT guru. So Howard, what is up, brother? Good to see you. I didn't know if you would make this new time on the YouTube live, but I'm very happy that you are able to make it, and you were able to check out that new video that I just posted live yesterday. So namaste, sir. Namaste. I'm glad that you enjoyed the video so much. And I hope that other viewers out there as well find benefit in that video. It is on the Infiniti QX60, the 2016 model. A great thing about that video, it's not only good for 2016 models, it's good for 2013 to 2020, which is amazing because on the 2016 model alone, okay, they wanted $2,000 to do that repair, and that is a alternator replacement, okay, not an open heart surgery. Okay, that's the crazy thing about it. So, guys, thank you so much for checking out the YouTube live right here on the channel. I do always want to know if you guys love the YouTube lives. If you do, I want to make it a more consistent thing. I did have a lot of home repairs I had to do in real life, so breaking away to actually do anything on the channel was a little bit difficult. But hey, we're back. We're able to make it happen. Also, a great thing, new update to the channel. Our membership program is now back up and operational as well, which is awesome. YouTube for a month there wanted to see what value small channels bring, because there's so many channels out there and some bring actual positive things to the community and others don't. So they actually put in it was like a 30-day look over on my channel and made sure everything was up and up, and I come up with my own content and I help my viewers, stuff like that. So guys, thank you so much for the amazing comments you always leave me on the videos. I did just turn the light on, so if I look too much like a ghost, let me know, guys. I am alive and well with a pulse, so we are good there. I was really looking forward to being able to share my screen with you because there's just so much going on with the channel right now. We're working on a 2011 Kia Soul, and I don't know if you guys have seen the videos on this Kia Soul, but this thing, the maintenance interval with this vehicle was non-existent. Okay, the guy never changed the oil in all 200,000 miles that this Kia Soul has been driving around on the Virginia streets. Okay, so that's what's crazy, for one. Okay, two, he just kept adding oil. Well, unless you have a leak, why do you keep adding oil? It means it's going somewhere. Okay. And if you don't have a leak, it means it's staying in the engine somewhere. And we found exactly where it was staying. He had a severe sludge problem in the engine. And what's crazy is it's not an uncommon thing with this Kia slash Hyundai motor. So you definitely want to check out, if you are driving a Kia or Hyundai right now, you might want to look into safety recalls around the year 2010. 2010 to 2014, they did find out that this engine has an extreme sludge problem, and it's going to cost you quite a pretty penny down the road. The auto repair shops in this area wanted to charge this gentleman upwards of 6,000 to $7,000 for a new engine and to put that engine in, and so on and so on. That's a bit much, but I know shops have overhead rates and everything, and you still have to survive and stuff like that. But I mean, there's a above and beyond, guys. There's above and beyond when it comes down to it, and sometimes you can just charge way too much. Okay, but guys, thank you so much for checking out today's YouTube live. If you are new to the channel, I'm Zachary with Sell This Flipping Cars. So how you doing? Great to meet everybody. I am a mechanic with experience of over 25 years. I've been in the heavy equipment industry, the military industry. So I've worked on all that types of stuff. So I know pneumatics and I know hydraulics, but I also know a lot about automotive and the internal combustion engine because guess what, guys? It never changes. Okay. Someone's not just going to think of the idea and be like, you know what? I want to come up with a totally different idea. I'm going to throw the automotive industry into this crazy spiral. No one's going to be able to know how to work on this engine. The one exception, the rotary engine. Okay. Mazda, you had an amazing thing. It's non existent now. You don't really find it outside the RX-7 and the RX-8. So you don't really have to worry about that. That's a specialized trade as well. If you are a specialized rotary engine tech, that's what you know. You are a rotary head, okay? A rotor head, whatever you want to call it. Not a gear head, a rotor head. All right. So these engines don't really change, okay? They all need the same thing, and it doesn't matter how big the engine is or how small the engine is. I actually had to talk to my neighbor the other day, which is a Honda fanatic. This guy is just everything Honda. And he asked me, Zach, can you look at my work truck? The suspension, I feel like it's not working correctly. It's just a rough ride. And I said, well, why don't you take a look at it, man? What's wrong? He's like, well, it's a V8, And I said, well, what does that have anything to do with anything? And he's like, well, I guess you're right. Yeah. I said, dude, it's the same thing. It's just twice as big. Right. It's not a 4-cylinder in a Honda. It's a V8. It's twice as big. So, hey, guys, hey, if you do like today's YouTube live, make sure you smash that like button for me. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you smash that subscribe button and the bell notification is hit. That way you get notified of all my future DIY auto repair videos here on the channel in the future. So thank you so much for that. And let's go on to what problems are you having as the viewer? Are you having any problems with any automotive, car, truck, SUV, dirt bike? You know, are you having a problem right now with a vehicle in your dear life and you do not know what is going on? You want to have a mechanic's opinion? Boom, leave it in the comment section. I would love to troubleshoot this problem with you and get you back on the road, guys. All right. So the problems that I am having, which is with the 2011 Kia Soul, and I was really hoping to share my screen on that one. If you've been looking into the past videos or shorts that I have been putting on the channel, you would notice the oil sludge problem. So I'm dealing with that right now. I did just get the cylinder head back from the machine shop. They did resurface the cylinder head and they gave it a quick dip in the chemicals for me to clean off the rest of the oil sludge residue I couldn't get off myself. So they went ahead and got that done. I just got to put everything back together. Unfortunately, 4 or 5 of the valve keepers are not to be found. So I don't know if those were lost at the machine shop or on the way back. Unfortunately, they are maybe about that big, really, really small. So if you lose them, you're not going to find them, even if you got a bloodhound. So we got to get those in, and we got to get the new valve seats in, and then I can throw that cylinder head back together and get that back in the vehicle so we can get that delivered back to the owners and get it out of my driveway. All right, Howard, you got a question, and I got an answer, my brother. Fuel pump on a 1999 Grand Marquis is leaking. Do I have to drop the tank? Let's go ahead and see this. A 1999 Mercury. I love it. Grand Marquis. Let's see. Oh, I am not seeing that. That is definitely right at the top of that fuel tank. And are you replacing that fuel tank as well, or does the tank still look good? I do see that it's a metal tank, and if it's from 1999, you definitely have to look into the road debris of the winter, if any rust or anything that's in there. The crazy thing when it comes to the metal fuel tanks, guys, is for everyone that doesn't know, I'm not saying Howard doesn't know, but for everyone that doesn't know, metal fuel tanks, they do deteriorate over time because of rust. Okay, no, fuel does not make metal rust. The condensation that builds up in a fuel tank from fuel being in it, that does deteriorate metal and can break down over time, which can cause problems in your fuel filter. So that's why you always want to change your fuel filter. All right, so tank looks good, Howard. That's good. Let's see. Let's see. I want to see if got an access panel below the rear seat, and it looks like you do not actually. Yes, you do. Hey, you said 2000? 99, 99. Yep. Um, looks like you can go through the trunk. Yeah, looks like you can go through the trunk if you remove your spare tire and everything. Let's see here. 1 second. Double checking here. I myself have not worked on a Grand Marquis in forever. The last one I worked on was not a Grand Marquis, it was a Crown Vic. But for everyone that does not know anything about the Crown Vics or the Grand Marquis, they are an amazing platform. And these things I have seen run upwards of 500, 600,000 miles. You do hear them reaching up to a million. I mean, people really um, run these things around. So it is crazy. I got one right here, Howard. Take a look at it. Okay. That's a video right here. It looks like it's another channel now. It's another channel, but I'm here to help you guys. I'm here to help you. This guy looks like he went through the wheel well of the rear passenger side. He put it up on ramps in the back. You can also use jack stands, guys, and that's easy access to the fuel pump harness right there. A lot of the times you would have to lower the tank to get this harness out completely. So that would be to unhook the harness and take a look at that hard. I mean, because you got eyes on the vehicle. This guy is saying it's for a Grand Marquis. You can definitely tell he has some high corrosion on his Grand Marquis. So he's got to be up in like Michigan or something. But easy access to the wire harness right there. That way you can go ahead and unplug it and access it right there and go ahead and take it right out. by just having it on the jack. So let me know if that helps you out, Howard, in the problem you're having on that 99 Grand Marquis. So sweet. Yeah. No, hey, it is always nice. Guys, if you have not replaced a fuel pump before, it is a love-hate relationship. On a truck, you got to drop the tank or pull the bed off. Okay. On a small four-cylinder, like a Honda Civic, you just have to take the rear seat out. But on other vehicles, you do have to drop out the fuel tank. Thankfully, on the Grand Marquis, the 98 to 2000 Grand Marquis, it looks like as long as you jack it up, you can access it without having to drop the entire tank down. Guys, if you do have to drop an entire fuel tank down, it is not impossible, even though most auto repair shops will tell you, oh, this is crazy. This is crazy. There's no way we can do it for under $5,000. Okay. Insane. Okay. You're looking at 4 bolts that holds your 2 fuel tank straps on. You do have to look out for your wire harnesses that lead to your fuel pump. And you also have to watch out for your fuel feed line that comes from where you fuel your vehicle up. That actually feeds into the back of the fuel tank. So you always have to watch out for that. When you are lowering a fuel tank, I would always use, and I always do still use, because it makes it the most simplest repair ever, is a transmission jack. A transmission floor jack, because it has a wide square platform on the top of the jack stand, and it'll sit evenly on the bottom of the fuel tank, helping you lower it down. So yeah, it sounds right. Yeah. So Howard says it's his brother-in-law's car, the 99 Grand Marquis, and he was quoted $1,400 from Firestone to replace the fuel pump. And yeah, that does sound totally correct. Um, for a shop to charge that, it does not change how long the repair actually takes. The repair is going to set you back at tops 2 hours. Okay. And that's if you are struggling with a lot of corrosion. Okay. It's not that difficult of a repair, but shops are charging an arm and a leg for people to get it done. As I said, $1,400. And remember, if you've been around on the channel for a while, I have told you 80% of Americans cannot say they have $1,000 in their bank accounts after paying bills. Now you're wanting a person to pay $1,400 to just make it back to work. They're they can be getting paid whatever, okay? Yeah, but 1,400 is insane for 2 hours of work. Okay, I can get the fuel pump on Amazon for $80, okay? But if I get it from a shop, they're going to charge me at least $260, okay? Because whatever you can get a part for, you go ahead and multiply that thing by 3, sometimes 4. Yeah, I said 5, or I held up the fingers 5. These shops have a like 200% upcharge when it comes to parts. Okay. They're not only making money on you on labor, they're also making money on the parts. Okay. And they're making a substantial amount too, guys. Okay. Because they have to pay their parts employees to look these parts up, because it's really hard. It's really hard to type it into the computer. But guys, if you have a problem with finding parts for one of your projects, I want you to hit me up in any of my lives, or you can even message me on my business inquiry email, which is sellthoseflippingcars@gmail.com. Just let me know what the problem is, what part you are trying to find, and I will help as much as possible to find this part for you to save you money. Okay, because parts can really set you back on a repair, even if you're doing the repair yourself. But guys, hey, think realistically, okay? Think realistically. You are saving a boatload of cash by doing the repair yourself, but also be realistic. You are not going to get the part for free, okay? You are going to have to pay money. Amazon still costs money, okay? It doesn't cost as much as a auto repair shop or one of your local parts stores, but it does cost money, guys. So remember that when you're thinking about the repair that you are doing. But hey, if you ever want to get woken up to reality, go ahead and call one of these auto repair shops and get a quote from them, and then quote the part yourself and see how much money you can save. Okay, so that's crazy, guys. A big thing I want to talk to you today about is we are in the 2022 hurricane season right here on the East Coast. Now, if you're not on the East Coast or in the Gulf, then you are still experiencing winter here in the United States. And for all our neighbors to the Great White North, Canada, hello up there, stay warm, you know, but there is things that we can prepare our vehicles to be ready for the 2022 hurricane season. So let's go first off with everyone experiencing stuff from the hurricanes. What's going on? How can we prepare for this season that we are in right now? And the first thing I would suggest is Rain-X, the windshield, not the wipers. Okay, wipers are great and everything, but I'm talking about when you are cleaning your windows, the Windex, not Windex, geez, Rain-X spray. Okay, that leaves the Rain-X solution on your windows and it helps you immensely with heavy rainfall. Okay, now if you do have the Rain-X wipers, every time it wipes the windows, it leaves the residue on the windows, and that's great. Okay, because I have seen substantial difference in between just wipers and wipers with Rain-X. I freak my wife out a lot. Okay, a lot. I won't even turn the wipers on sometimes, and she's like, "You're gonna turn them on?" Because it's a sense of security to her. It is have the wipers on during the rain. Okay, but this Rain-X solution really does help, guys. So if you want to know where you can find it, you can find it everywhere. Your local parts store. You can also find it, on some of my videos as well. If you need help finding it, just let me know and I'll send you a link to help you find the Rain-X solution. Second thing to help you with heavy rainfalls during the 2022 hurricane season is silicone windshield wipers. Okay, you heard that I didn't say the Rain-X windshield wipers. No, I'm saying silicone windshield wipers. Okay, and what's the difference? You're asking yourself, Zachary, what's the difference between rubber and silicone? Rubber, which is normal for windshield wipers right now to be made out of rubber, you've noticed that they start to crack and deteriorate over time. And that's normal for rubber windshield wipers because of the fluctuation of temperatures going high to low, low to high. It breaks apart the rubber that's on the windshield wipers. And over time of you using it, it breaks off from the frames. Now, that's normal thing we're used to doing wear and tear to our vehicles. But why am I bringing up the silicone windshield wipers for a great preparation for the hurricane season? I'm saying it because silicone forms so much better, okay, to your windshield than rubber does. Okay, if you pick up a silicone windshield wiper, you'll notice it's you know really limp. It bows very easy. Okay, that's because the manufacturer wants this to bow very nice and blade right across your windshield, taking all that water off. Okay, and that's a great thing about silicone. Another thing great about silicone is that it does not exhibit any deterioration from temperature fluctuations. Let's say a great example, if you were to live in Arizona, Arizona doesn't get a lot of rain. obviously. I have family out in Phoenix, but they do have a lot of rain for, about a month or two. So you still need good wipers. You want to make sure those wipers are good, because if they aren't and you get one of these flash thunderstorms coming through, you are going to have to pull over and hope that everyone else in the city replace their windshield wipers, or they're going to slam into the back of you and it's going to be a big pileup. There's a very big safety concern. And everyone thinks, well, it's just windshield wipers. No, it is a safety concern. That's like saying, well, my headlight bulb's burnt out, but it's okay. They got street lights and I'll just drive by the street lights. No, okay? It's a safety concern. If your windshield wipers are not working, it is just as bad as if your headlight bulbs were burnt out and you're driving around at midnight. Okay? Not good. No bueno. Okay? Make it easy, guys. Make it easy on yourself. All right. So, silicone windshield wipers is amazing for you, your family, and it will help you immensely during the 2022 hurricane season. Okay. Guys, everyone that is being affected by the hurricane season, our thoughts and prayers are definitely with you. Please stay safe out there, guys, as always. And if you do have any problems with your vehicle during the hurricane season, please, you can hit me up in one of the videos and leave a comment, but make sure you definitely send me an email to the sell those flipping cars at gmail.com, because I want to help you get back on the road. The last thing I ever want for any of my viewers, subscribers, or humans in general, man, I do not want you to be without a vehicle during hurricane season, especially if one of these storm patterns is heading your way. So let me know, and I will be there to help you get your vehicle back on the road. All right, guys. So, Howard, happy Veterans Day. Thank you for your service. Great tip about the silicone wiper blades. Thank you so much, brother. It means a lot coming from you. And yes, I am a proud to serve Army veteran, combat veteran. Did well, four combat tours, and I don't really count Kuwait, but that was my fifth one. And but I definitely wanted to be there around the culture. There's nothing wrong with other cultures in the world. There is stuff wrong with people that want to shoot you. Okay, so not cool. But thank you so much, brother. It means a lot coming from you, and I'm so happy I'm able to help people from all over the world right here on the channel. So it's absolutely amazing. I was helping a guy a couple weeks ago, actually. Hit me up with his vehicle was having problems for him, and he was in Saudi Arabia. And I have been to Saudi Arabia one time, went through the Riyadh airport, but it's so awesome. And doesn't matter where you guys are, anywhere in the world, I know how to use Google Translate. Okay, so don't worry. Um, leave your comment or your question in your uh, primary language, okay? Because I need to understand what your question is, so I need you to ask it in your primary language, please. I always respect it. That's cool. Yeah, woo, English. But I need to understand the problem you are having. And sometimes when people are using a secondary language, they're not for certain on the word to specifically use. But when it comes to your vehicle and comes to us needing to know what's going on with your vehicle, please, I can translate using the internet. Ask your question. That way I can help you get back on the road. I always love helping people. It doesn't matter where you're from. I get viewers from Mexico and South America and the Middle East and Europe. And it's so amazing. I absolutely have just a blast helping everybody with their vehicles. So thank you so much, guys, for giving me that honor every time you leave a question for me. So great tip about the silicone wiper blades as well from Howard. You are most welcome, Howard. And these are things that I see over time when it comes to the vehicles. When I was flipping vehicles, I did slow down. The automotive market here in Virginia is a little bit upside down right now when it comes to selling the vehicle, where you are making an actual profit on not only the investment of purchasing the vehicle and the parts that you are needing to get that vehicle back on the road, but a great investment of um, of your time. I mean, let's get it on. I mean, let's be honest, guys. Everybody likes, you know, making money for their time. And, some projects have lasted so long because of all the problems they have had. And when the market went upside down, sometimes you're the last one without a chair, and you take a loss, or you take a loss on the time, not a loss on the investment itself, but on the time. So keep that as a realistic thought as well when you go to sell a vehicle. What is your time worth, and what are you willing to give up if the market does take a dive? You set it up to where you like making $30 an hour, but hey, the market took a dive, and now, unfortunately on this flip, you only made $10 an hour, but you still made a profit. That's things you got to take in consideration, especially when it comes into the automotive market, being a mechanic and selling vehicles. But David Stillwell at work, can't watch, but sending good vibes and a blessed weekend, bud. Thank you so much, David, for stopping by and always checking out the YouTube live. Thank you so much, brother. It means a lot. Guys, I don't want to get you, in trouble at work or anything. I always love it when you do check out my YouTube lives. If you are at work, man, watch the YouTube live later. I don't want to get you in trouble or anything, but if you do see anything and you're like, you know what, that connects to me. All right, I am having that problem. Hit me up in the comment section, okay, of the video you're actually watching, okay. That way I can connect it to what we're actually talking about. I've had a couple people do that to me before, and it's been like a fuel pump replacement video, and they're asking me about the spark plug gap, on a totally different vehicle. It's like, oh, I know what you mean, Zach. My spark plug gap is off as well. I don't know if I should do it, or is it good from the store? I'm like, wait, what? This is a fuel pump, brother. But it's okay. I always, I can sort it out myself. But hey, try to help me out. If you do have a specific question about a specific video, leave that question with that video. It'd be greatly appreciated. So, a couple last things about the Kia Soul project. I will be getting that project out of here very, very shortly. We do have to order in a few of the valve keepers for the vehicle. I went ahead and took everything out of this cylinder head. The cams came off, the valve springs came off, the valves came out, the valve keepers came out, the valve seats came out. And unfortunately, the head gasket kit that I ordered for the vehicle did not come with valve seats. So we have to order not only the valve seats, but the valve keepers as well. That way we can go ahead and throw those new into the vehicle as well. Guys, if you ever want a quick and easy way to go ahead and clean sludge out of a vehicle or off of any parts, gasoline or diesel will do it very quickly. Do not leave it in there, overnight or anything. Okay, but a quick dip in the chemicals should make it come out looking very nice. And your vehicle is going to run a lot better from that as well. So I will make sure I get some footage and get this overlay thing working with the YouTube live, because I want to do this again next week, which gives me a question. What is a better time for you guys for the YouTube live? Is it the late morning time, early afternoon, or evening time? I did want to do the YouTube lives on a weekday and not on the weekend. I know that's bad for some people, but the weekday is always nice because on the weekend I want to spend a little bit more time with my family instead of cars all week and then cars on the weekend as well. So let me know in the comment section, guys. I'm going to go ahead and start a poll on it. And here we go. Afternoon or evening. We'll even add in morning. Okay. What time is best for YouTube Live for you guys? Okay. And I want to know because I'm going to do this again next week. And I want to keep doing it every single week because I want to help as many people as possible with their vehicles. Did you know if you have a question, an automotive question, okay, and you no, it's like a bee. Oh, okay. If you have an automotive question and you go to justanswer.com, did you know that they're going to charge you $30 US, okay? $30 to answer one question. Isn't that crazy? I'm like, man, if I got 30 bucks for every question that I answered on my channel, oh my goodness, it would be absolutely amazing. I'd be like a millionaire or something, right? It's just crazy. So I went ahead and started a Facebook group called Mechanic on Call. Okay. You're always welcome to join that if you are on Facebook and you have a mechanic question. Guess what? I don't charge anything to answer mechanic questions. I want to get you back on the road. If you have a mechanic question, you're here on the YouTube channel. Ask me on the channel. What is so crazy about that? But every question, every automotive question that is asked on justanswer.com is $30. Insane. Insane. All right. Just crazy about it. All right. So it looks like we have one vote in right now. Let's see if we can get some other votes in there, guys. I don't want this to be a monopoly of the polls, but what time is best for you for a YouTube live? We can go with the morning time, afternoon, or evening. So today we went ahead and started at 11:40, and I have no problem with that. If it's a great time for you guys to do a noon start, we can always do that to help you guys as much as possible. So always fun right there. There we go. Let's close that out. All right. So with the Kia Soul, we're getting everything clean there. We're going to get the new valve keepers in, the valve seats, and then we'll be able to have that vehicle out of here. Now, that customer was quoted, right north of 6,000. So it was almost $7,000 for that repair to get done because the shop was telling them they need a new engine, which, I was like, you don't need a new engine. I can do that. Yeah, big mouth, Zach. Big mouth. Now I actually have to do it. All right. So I had to clean all that sludge off and get everything done. But you know what? I'm happy. I'm happy about it because it's a husband and wife and they have 3 kids. That means 5 people are affected by this vehicle. Now, no, I'm not the fastest person when I do my repairs because I'm very thorough. Okay. I want that vehicle to crank up the first time. And when it does not crank up the first time and I do a repair, it breaks my heart. All right. It breaks your spirit. Have you ever heard of a mechanic saying, "You know what? I've been working so long today, I'm starting to question life." All right. I'm starting to question myself. When they say I question life, they're not being suicidal. Okay. Don't think that. It means that they're exhausted, and other mechanics, other mechanically inclined people that are watching, guys, if you are tired, okay, take a break, walk away, okay, because when you're tired, you can hurt your body that much quicker. Okay, when you're working on a vehicle, you're also more prone to breaking parts on the vehicle because now you're exhausted. Your patience is no longer existent. Okay. You want to get out of there. Okay. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Guess what? That's why people have 9 to 5 jobs. Okay. Because at 5 o'clock, they want to leave and know that they can enjoy their day. Okay. The same thing goes to working on a vehicle. Okay. If the repair is taking you longer than expected, don't be hesitant to take a break. Walk away from it. Walk away from it because, I mean, you can make a lot more work for yourself by being tired on one of these projects than not being tired. I actually did a video about that on ergonomics in the workshop or ergonomics in the garage. So definitely, if you haven't checked that one out, a great video to watch. Let's see if I can go ahead. I can try to pull that up for you real quick while I'm still talking. So with the 2011 Kia Soul, that's all we have left. I just have to order in the keepers and the valve seats, and that's it. That thing, I can throw it back together, and it is going to be an absolutely amazing project to watch drive away because this thing has not ran in 4 years. This is what I call a Lazarus project. Okay, Lazarus project is something that's dead. Okay, and it's been dead. It's not supposed to be coming back, but it's going to. Why? Because it is so much cheaper to bring a vehicle back from the dead right now than it is to go get another vehicle. And it's insane, right? But that's the way it goes sometimes. Let's see here. I'm going to bring up ergonomics. Here we go. And I'm going to go ahead and throw that in the chat section. Guys, if you haven't checked that video out, definitely check it out. I was comparing a new creeper that my wife actually got for me, and is the amazing creeper. It's like the master of creepers. I've never had a one as cool or as comfortable as this creeper. Um, but uh, in the video, it'll show you the differences between a normal creeper you would pick up from like a Harbor Freight or very cheaply online compared to the other creeper. But it's going through specific things in the workshop and in the garage that can change ergonomics. And ergonomics is the study of exhaustion in the workplace. Okay, making the workplace a smoother place to get work done. And ergonomics is supposed to increase production no matter what you do, right? You can be a mechanic or you can work at a computer. Uh, Great computer ergonomics thing is the wrist rest or a proper chair, things like that. So if you do have any questions or you want to see more about ergonomics in the garage, definitely check that video out. Let me know what you think about it. It was really fun to actually make that video and get it up and out there because, man, ergonomics in the garage isn't something mechanics usually talk about. Okay, you don't go into a heavy equipment shop and say, you know what, I've been trying these new safety shoes because it helps my spine align and I don't feel as exhausted at the end of the day. Right? Nobody talks about that. Why? Just something you don't. Hey, my back hurts. Ugh! It's cool. Yeah, you want me to change the oil? Right? You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be that guy. You want to go into work. You want to punch the clock. You want to make your money. You want to leave work 100% healthy, just like you went there. Okay. And that's why ergonomics is so important in the workplace and so important in the garage. So definitely check it out. Another great video I actually just finished up. And if you guys haven't checked this one out, I'll share it with you as well. This one was just released yesterday, and it's the alternator replacement for the 2016 Infiniti QX60. Now, actually seeing this vehicle, the Infiniti QX60, yeah, that's great. You know, Infiniti is a very nice vehicle. But did you know this alternator replacement, even though it's a 2016 model, this replacement is good for all models of QX60 from 2013 to 2020. Okay. Now, a 2016 alternator replacement here in Southeast Virginia has been quoted at $2,000. Okay. That is amazing. That is 2 months of saved wages if you're doing better than the statistics that the Department of Labor has put forth for the United States. Okay. If you actually have $1,000 left over every single month, that's going to mean you have to save up for 2 months to have a guy like me do what I just showed you in that video right there. I'm down in the comment section right there. It's going to save you $2,000 on an Infiniti QX60. Now, this is not a large engine. It is a V6. And what does this tell you? The V6 is a side mounted engine in the QX60. What other models of vehicles have a side mounted engine? Minivans and other crossovers, small SUVs. Some cars have side mounted engines. If you have a V6, there's a good chance that you have a side mounted engine. Okay. V8s went back to a straight. Um, Four cylinders are horizontal as well. Okay. But four cylinder, you just got the four right there on top. You don't really have to worry about it. Right. But a V6, you have the timing chain, the timing belt, whatever you have right there on the passenger side wheel well. And that's where we access this alternator on the 2016 Infiniti QX60. So, guys, if you actually do watch a lot of the videos that we do, you can associate a lot of the repairs with other vehicles, right? The automotive industry is not coming out with a new idea every single year. Okay. That's very rare. Most of the times they replay stuff years. Okay. How many times did the Tahoe look identical? How many years did the Suburban never change? Huh? Okay. Automotive manufacturers consistently do this. They just recycle the same stuff. So if they recycle the same model and they recycle the same engine, what do you think they also recycle? The problems, okay? And they love recycling the problems. If you don't believe me, go watch the Chrysler Town and Country transmission videos, okay? The Dodge Grand Caravan. Okay, that's a 40-year reign by Mopar right there. The Grand Caravan was out for 40 years. That's 4 decades. Okay, and for all 4 decades, the Grand Caravan had problems. So I'm not going to miss it. I'm not going to miss the Grand Caravan or the Town and Country, even though you think you're being smart, Stellantis. We're catching on to you. The Pacifica is the same thing. But hey, who am I? I'm just a mechanic. Okay. All right. So let's jump back to this. We know what problems we're having with the Kia Soul. We know the stuff that we need still in for that. Let's jump in real quick. We did cover the rain season for the hurricane season here in 2022. Now we're going to cover the rest of the country and our friends in the Great White North of winter. And what can this hide from the automotive vehicle owner? Take a break from that real quick. I am going to throw out there. I see we have 2 votes in right now for what time is best for YouTube Live, and you guys are killing me. One's for afternoon and one is for evening. Okay, so we need some tiebreakers. Help me out, guys. Help me out. We need some tiebreakers with this poll of what time is best for you for YouTube Live. So let me know. We are running a poll right now for the rest of this YouTube Live. So I want to know your opinion, guys. All right, so winter in the rest of the country, and what can this hide from the vehicle owner? We already know that a lot of problems when it comes to our vehicle, when it comes to maintenance interval, can be hidden from us due to road debris, mud, slush, snow, all those things. Okay. But it's not always going to be a sunny day. It's not always going to, your car is not going to tell you its tummy hurts. Okay. You're going to have to look for that. And the best time to be able to look for this is when you are doing your maintenance intervals. Okay. This is the best time to actually check for any leaks or any deterioration to your vehicle because you're getting up close and personal with your vehicle. This is the time that you check your serpentine belt to see if there's any cracks in it or any dry rot on it. This is the time that you get to make sure that your spark plug wires are all, not cracked and not torn, not melted, is start your vehicle up, open up the hood, listen to it run. Does it sound different? Are you hearing clicks and ticks and are you hearing a whine? What's that whine coming from? Everybody thinks a whiny, what they call whiny belt, right? You think it's your serpentine belt. It's not your serpentine belt, guys. Stop thinking that. I mean, for for years, okay? I grew up in Missouri, backwoods Missouri, okay? And if your belt was squeaking, they'd call it a squeaky belt. And what do? You spray WD-40 on a squeaky belt. It stops squeaking. Amazing, amazing. It's like magic. No, it's not magic. It's because you have a squeaky bearing in your pulley. Okay. Your belt's not squeaking. Your belt doesn't do anything except sit there. It doesn't even move. The pulleys move. The bearings in the pulleys move. Okay. When you have a squeaky belt, okay, it is a squeaky pulley. And if you want to find out what pulley is actually squeaking, spray the pulley itself. If it stops squeaking, there you go. Okay. You want to know another way to find a squeaky pulley? And I'm just giving you guys maintenance tips. Okay. Take it or leave it. Okay. Another great way to find a squeaky pulley is take the serpentine belt off. Wiggle the pulley. Wiggle it. If it wiggles, your bearing is shot. Okay. If it does not wiggle, it's not shot. Okay. Easy as that, guys. But guess what? If you don't fix that squeaky bearing, what's going to happen is that bearing is going to internally combust and it's going to blow apart. Okay. And then you're going to be sitting on the side of the road because your accessory belt, also known as your serpentine belt, is no longer connected to that. And it blew off on the highway as well, leaving you on the side of the highway stranded. And I'm not going to do that to you. Not on my watch. Not on my watch, bud. Okay. So I'm telling you right now, if you got a squeaky belt, it's not a squeaky belt. It's a squeaky pulley, and you need to find out which one it is. That way you are not broke down on the side of the road, especially with it being in the winter hurricane season, depending on where you live. Okay. Because if you break down from a squeaky pulley, and let's say you're living in Canada, where right now it's negative, it's minus 35 degrees already. Okay. That's insane. Can you just think if your vehicle does not run and you are stuck in minus 35-degree weather, how quick will you get frostbite because your heat doesn't work? Hmm? Let's how quick can I get frostbite? Uh minus 35. Let's see. 15 minutes or less. Okay. Frostbite can occur in 15 minutes or less at wind chill values of 18 below zero or lower. Okay. Guess what? I know a lot of people are thinking, well, Zach, up in Canada, they use Celsius and they use Celsius. Yeah, great. Okay. And we use Fahrenheit. And when you get close to minus 40 degrees, it doesn't matter if it's Fahrenheit or Celsius, minus 40 meets, and minus 40 is insanely cold. I have seen minus 53 myself, and it is not pleasurable. You do not want to go snowboarding. And the last thing you ever want is your vehicle to be broken down. Okay. We are in November right now, guys. It's November 11th. And there are some places across North America alone. Okay. I'm not even counting the rest of the world. North America alone that is very cold, and I do not want you to break down. Okay. Now, guess what? This statistic, frostbite occurring in 15 minutes or less, where do you think it's from? Colorado, Alaska, Montana? No, that was actually pulled from Texas Department of Insurance. Okay. The Texas Department of Insurance. So if you can get frostbite in the great state of Texas, okay, then you have this problem across the entire continent, okay, entire world. You can get frostbite. Okay, so if you think, hey, this doesn't occur to me, my vehicle breaking down is not going to change anything. If it breaks down, it breaks down. I'm low on money, what am I supposed to do, Zach? Guess what? This is a DIY auto repair channel. Okay. If you need to find out how to fix something, you let me know. Okay. I can't help you with the parts. You got to do that yourself, but I can help you get your vehicle back on the road. Okay. It's the last thing you want. People die from breaking down. Okay. How many people died from broke down cars? How about that? I want to see this. I see this. Traffic related deaths from last year is already 36,000. Okay. I mean, technically, it's a very low percentage, but technically, none of us actually think about a traffic related accident due to maintenance intervals being missing until it actually happens to us. And when it comes to your vehicle running correct, you are affecting not only yourself but everyone else on the road. So don't forget that, okay, when it comes to getting your maintenance intervals correct, because if your engine breaks down and stops running immediately, like your timing chain pops off, or yeah, that'll actually stop you right in your tracks right there. Timing chain pops off, your serpentine belt breaks, something like that. That will cause an accident immediately. Someone is behind you traveling on the road. You got to take that into consideration, guys. Definitely think about that when you're looking at when should you get your repairs done. I'm not saying, hey, go to the auto repair shop and become broke, but hit me up, man. Let's see how we can help each other, because I'm here with the experience to get you back on the road, and that's what I want to do. Okay, so hey, like the video if this helps you out. Like the video, and smash that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Okay, it's always greatly appreciated. Appreciate it. So right now we are still tied at one for the afternoon, one for the evening, but we are going to call the live for today. And it is so amazing that you guys were able to actually tune in with us on today's live. I always love it when you guys stop by the channel, whether you're checking out a video or you're, checking out the live. As I said, next week, next Friday. Okay. So, this coming Friday, the 18th, I want to go live again and I want to help you guys with your auto repair problems. I will have it where my screen share is up and operational. That way we can be a little bit more interactive and you guys can know exactly what I'm talking about when it comes to these problems. But thank you so much, as always, guys, for tuning in. I'm Zachary with Sell Those Flipping Cars. It's always amazing to see you guys in the videos and in the lives. And I hope to see you in the next live if you weren't able to get to this one. So make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, guys, hey, keep on wrenching, guys. Don't forget to bring your problems and your engine codes to next week's live, and I'll see you then.